Hey guys, how you doing? How's your day going? And if you're just starting, how was your night? Hope you had an amazing or having an amazing day. So today we're going to be continuing with our Harvard series. We're working on problem set one. So we did problem set zero yesterday. So today's problem set one. We do the live coaching on TikTok. So go follow me on TikTok. Yeah, my TikTok is mobile.desk. Same profile picture. Ah, shit. I should just stop talking. I don't know. I've been talking since and I'm mumbling. I'd forgotten how to speak English. Like I have forgotten how to speak English. It's not funny anymore. But yeah. So I told you even set up, you set up by yourself. I'm not doing that in this video. My video is just to be covering on all the basics, intro, working on the program. I'm not showing how to set up your code space. So if you want that, head over to their website and read about it there. Okay. First one, deep thoughts. Implement a program that prompts the user for the answer to the great question of life, the universe, and everything. Outwitting yes if the user inputs 42 or case insensitively this and this, otherwise inputs no. So let's look at the demo of how the code looks so we'd know what we're working with. But first things first, let me open up my GitHub so I can be deploying it directly there so you all can have access to the live code if you need it. Right, so this is how, okay, let's just, I'm gonna have myself. Let's open this in Visual Studio Code. Why can't I open it under programming environment? Is GitHub owned by Windows? The age old question. So this PS0 is problem set 0. Let's create a new folder for PS1. PlayStation 1, PS1. I'm just so tired. I'm so tired right now, honestly. You have no idea. Like I recently, I don't know, maybe because like my sleeping habit has just been messed up so much recently. Like I'll be awake till 4. It's already 1. It's 1 a.m. I don't know if you can see the clock. It's 1:09. And now I was tired though. I was sleepy sometime around like 11:30, 10 o'clock. But I used to go like by 11. So I was like, I need to be awake. I need to be awake. So I didn't go to sleep. Finished doing the live. Whilst I was even live on video, I was even dozing off. So I now cut it. I finished it around. Luckily, today's one was a very short video. Finished it. Okay, go back to sleep now. I carried my phone. I started watching TikTok videos. I don't know who changed my TikTok algorithm. Now, you know what is this guy? This guy from Stray Kids, the one that has that weird deep voice. Now they have been pushing all his this thing on me. I don't understand. So like should I do that? Let me do going through my TikTok algorithm, live on TikTok or live on YouTube. I don't know what to mean. My algorithm is very beautiful. Let me tell you, if you go to my algorithm now, the videos you'd get video number one. Like I said now, recent this week. There was just me yesterday and today. This stray kid guy, Billie Eilish, food, tech, tech unboxing, just everything tech, programming, uh, dancing, like not TikTok trend, like people with talent dancing. Deep thought dot py. But yeah, that is basically my whole algorithm. It's a beautiful algorithm. I like it. They banned my TikTok this thing September. So I created a new account. I created a new account ending of September, and now this account is at almost 1,005. So that's nice. Considering the fact that the account that the band was with me for years, and that one is just at like 200 and something. So I'm happy. I'm happy to band it, but I wasn't happy that I had to start redoing my whole algorithm. My whole algorithm is not where I want it to be. So we want to take an input from the user and says if the user inputs 42 or 42 or 42 case sensitive, it should input yes, it should output yes, else it should output. So let's take an int. So we want to receive it as a string. So we'll just treat the 42 as a string here. So let's just call it n is equals to input. I'm coding with one hand. I'm lying down. Like I said, I'm tired. If I do stuff while I'm doing this one, don't blame me. Oh, whenever I wake up, I'll continue from my stuff. I'm tired, but I don't know. I don't want to sleep. Anything equals to input, enter here, whatever, enter here. Or let's ask them what is the age old question. Let's go and copy this down. Weird. Why is 42 the age old question? Because I don't understand. How is 42 the age old question of the universe? It's 42 like a lucky number. Okay. What is the age old question of the universe? Save it. All right. Next thing, what's now run our condition? So let's make this dash. Oh, let's make this dot lower. I hope it's not going to crash the number. Let's make it dot lower so that we'll treat it because they say it's case sensitive. So it's a very large responsibility that user is going to input it in all caps or whatever. So we're just doing this to catch all forms of error. So if or let's do this match. Let's do this match. They were hearing me. So we're going to match n. So this is kind of an alternative for conditional programming. So if you don't want to do this, you can use if else statement. So our first case, our case C's. Well, I want to make this line as short as possible. So case number one, n is equals to we're working with it as a string, n is equals to 42, or n is equals to sorry, let me just go and just copy all the stuff that they gave. Or n is equals to 42 like this. Oh yeah, we should strip it also. I don't know, that would never sound right when I'm saying it. Let's remove all the white spaces. STRIP. Rest in peace. And I think the last input is this one here. 42. Okay, that's all. And then so if these are the cases, if these are the cases, what do we want to do? We want it to print yes. But print yes. Yeah. And else. Oh, see here, they said what I said. Treat for as a string, no need to convert it to an integer. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking with the mindset of a Harvard lecturer. Oh my god. Else output no. Okay. So we're going to pass in case to catch every other method that we didn't treat. Case underscore. So we're going to catch every other single thing that we didn't cover here. Print no. So if you have not watched with this match case, and I'm not if you want me to explain this one, if you want me to release the whole video, let me know so I'll explain to you. But basically, if we're using if else statement, it's going to be here. Let me translate this one to if else statement for all you who don't understand this match. So you're saying if n is equals to 42, or if n is equals to 42, or if n is equals to 42, print this, else print this. That's basically what it is. Very simple. So you see that long line of code, we have shortened it down to this. Let's run our program. Program will just crash. What is the age old question? Let's copy the answers. The first one was 42. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. 42. All right, let's do it again. And let's just, for good measures, run one with capital letter. Because why not? Let's just make the two capital letter. Okay. And finally, let's run one that is going to output no. So let's see if we can actually catch all our errors. Perfect. So the source code for this is going to be on my GitHub. Next question, question number 2. Oh gosh, how many do we have? Home Federal Savings Bank. That's the name. Let's just name it Bank Abeg. Because that isn't what they told you to name it as. New file bank.py. I won't have a good time. Oh my god! In season 7, episode 24 of Seinfeld, I watched Seinfeld. Was it this year? Be last year. All this other even Friends was this last year that I watched Friends. Most of all these movies was this few years I just passed. I watched them. Okay, visit a bank promises to give $100 anyone who isn't greeted with a hello. Coming that I'm coming. I want to catch this one. Yeah. Okay. 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 Implement a program that prompts the user for a greeting. If the greeting starts with hello, output um $0. Else, if the greeting starts with H but not hello, output $20. Okay. Otherwise, output 100. Okay. So if the program starts with hello, we want to output 0. If it starts with H but not hello, we want to output 20. Otherwise, if it starts with any other thing aside from H, output $100. So in program, in Python, we have this starts with function. So there are multiple ways to go about this. We can make use of the starts with function, or we can treat it as a string. I don't know. Which one am I too tired for? Okay. So once we receive an input from the user and just give them a prompt here, want to lower it because they didn't mention anything about it being case sensitive. So let's test this start with first. Let's say um let's use if else statement in this case. If if let's test it first. Don't test it. So let's just print the start with what do you want to check if it starts with hello. Let's run it. I just want to test it, see if we implement that. Okay, so it's working. So let's do that. So we're going to work with the nested loop. So we'll say if if let's use this strip. So in case of white spaces, uh, strip. Okay. So if when I get picking up the very first one is m0, if m0 is equals to we want to check for h, but actually what let's go back to the question. Okay, we start with h. If hmm, if m0 is equals to h, then I want to check if um if m oh shit, if m dot starts with, want to check if it starts with hello. If m dot starts with hello, what this should print out? In fact, prompt is already it starts with hello output $0 print. So if starts with H, we're going to check if the first letter in H let's just use the start with since we already started. Someone is messaging. If dot if dot starts with H, so I'm hearing noise. I'm scared. As I want to play music in my ears, so I'll not be hearing my environment. But I'm sure I'm not going to start shouting. Okay, so if what was I saying? If dot starts with H, then we're going to check if starts with hello print zero, else print I think $20. Let's confirm. Yeah, print $20. So that's if it starts with H, and if it doesn't start with H at all, we want to print $100. So else print $100. So let's run it. So when we get hello, we should get zero for this one. Why people just sending me messages now? Why people awake by this time of the night? Okay. I'm listening to Die For You by the weekend. And that's the first thing that you played for me. Just shuffle it. Okay. Um so she give us $20. And let's check for did they not give us let's just copy these greetings I beg and our strings. This one should give us $100. If you're writing your code, like I don't know why they do this. I don't know if they approve this thing is still testing it. But you can see here where it's asking that he wants you to prompt greetings. So change your prompt to be greetings, or should I just do it for you people? Let me do it because I'm a nice person. Let's change to greetings because they're usually very sensitive about all these things. So I finished bank, I finished deep thoughts. Let's enter our next project. One, two, three. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh, file extensions. Even though Windows and macOS sometimes hide them, most files have file extension, a suffix that starts with a period at the end of their name. For instance, files like web browsers by contrast rely on media types known as this one I'm just skipping everything. I've skipped what this is about. In a file called this, implement a program that prompts the user for the name of a file, then outputs the file's media type if the file ends if the file name ends case sensitively in any of these suffix. So I'm just going to give you the first syntax of whatever one appears in their demo. You can now go and use the same method I'm using to build one for yourself. So I'm going to use match. I use case match. Okay. So let me just minimize the screen here. So once take an input from the user, j is equals to input file name. Stop calling me. Stop calling me. Ah, okay. So I want to pick up the case for want to match J. So case one. I'm just like I said, I'm only going to be copying up the cases that were here. Okay, no, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's split it. Let's split it into a new. Okay, then let's create something else here again. So we're going to say it's only two things we're splitting it into now. So say A and B is so I don't want to split it into one, I want them to divide them into two. So let me just I'll show you what I'm doing here. So A and B is equals to J dot split. I want to separate it at the full stop. So let's just print B so you see what I'm doing. So if I was enter something, so if I was enter something and dot another thing, you can see only printer was after the dot. So I'm kind of like splitting it into two different variables instead of saving it as a list. So now I want to match B, and the first case according to our program here is this. It just got so tiny. Can I see? So the first one is if it's GIF or GIF. So if our case is GIF, we want to print. So there's a folder that they've added to the profile there, so you can go there and you can see all the other ones. Because if you're using them, their Python case test, they'll still do all these ones that are in the video, they'll pass more than it. They'll pass way more. So I advise to go there and implement as much as you can. This one I'm just teaching you the tutorial. Okay. So the second one, another case, if it's .jpeg, this one it doesn't feel as if Christmas is near, honestly. It's only when I'll go on TikTok I'll now see people cooking Christmas gifts or opening all these advent calendars. But it just feels like it doesn't feel like December. It feels as if I see the center of the year. Okay, okay, what will happen if we split it when there's only one thing? So let's comment this out. Let's test something now. Let's run it without passing any full stop. So it's going to raise an error. So let's do a quick control flow here. if dot if dot in so we're checking if full stop is in J, then we're going to do this. If full stop is in J, we're going to do this. Else, I can even put this inside the function, but you know what? Mm-mm. Else, should I do, let me create a function. Let's create a function. Oh, okay. So let's going to take J. If dot in J, split it. Else, want to return what returning. Okay. Yes, instead of print, we're going to return. Now let's give me the syntax. When you go, you check on the page on the file that they gave you in their website there. You cannot add in all the other features that we have missing here. Alright, so let's call the function. Want to print test. Okay, so the first one, let's take it with the GIF. It return image backslash GIF. Okay, let's take it with this card as JPEG. Okay, and finally let's call it without any extension. All right, so I guess that's all for this one. All right. So this is the file here where you can find the complete list. I'm saying file is a list, is it? So this is a list where you can find the common ones. So you can add them, implement them into your program. A math interpreter. Python supports maths whereby you can write code, add, subtract, multiply, divide, and even variables. But let's write a program that enables users to do math without knowing Python. In a file called interpreter, implement a program that prompts the user for an arithmetic expression. and then calculates the and outputs the result as a floating point value formatted to one decimal place. Assume that the user's input will be formatted as XYZ. Okay, I don't understand what I'm reading. For instance, if this inputs 1 plus 1, your program should output 2.0. And let me just quickly try something first. I'm trying to cheat the system, so let's just see that. Okay, so let's say J is equals to input. And so let's try something. So let's say the user inputs 1 plus 1. Right there you have it. Oh, I'm done with the program. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please obasi. Let's check it out with all the other conditions that they give us. So that eval function I called is evaluate. So basically what it takes a string as its argument, and it now carries out mathematical actions on that string. So it turns your strings into an equation so you can carry out mathematical operations on it. 4 divided by 3, 1.2. So we want to round it. So let's they say we should round it to what? What they say we should round it to? Okay, one decimal place. So let's pass in our round. ROUND. Hope I'm using the right syntax. Okay, there's too many parentheses. This parentheses for print, this parentheses for round. So I think we'll just pass in one. I'm not sure, I can't remember. Let's try it. Yeah, we got it. So there you have it. That's your program. See, programming is easy. You don't need to stress yourself. You're writing long codes. For every single program you want to run, especially if you're running this century, someone has invented a model that covers that stuff up for you. Okay, next is meal time. Suppose that you're in a country where it's customary to eat breakfast between this time. Okay, in meal.py, right, let's create it. Meal time. This is our last one, then I can sleep. Meal meal time. A meal program that prompts the user for a time and outputs whether it's breakfast time, lunchtime, or dinner time. It's not meal. It's not time for me. Okay, I don't have strength to start reading so much words right now. It's just turning my brain, honestly. So let's just look at their output because I'm not going to sit down and start reading all these codes, honestly. If there's anywhere in my code, just let me know. I will create another video where I'm wide awake solving it. Okay, what time is it? 7:30 breakfast time. What time is it? 8:01. Okay, if it's 8:01, they will not print out anything. What time is it? 18:01. Okay, let me just read it honestly. I'm gonna be here. Alright. Prompt the user for a time and output whether it's breakfast time, lunch time, or dinner time. If it's not time for a meal, then don't output anything at all. Assuming that user's input will be formatted into 24 hours and assume that each meal time range is inclusive. For instance, whether it's seven, I don't understand. That this is that the user can input it at 24 hours and 12-hour formats. Okay, 7:30. I think yeah, it's okay. Structure your program per the below, wherein convert is a function that can be called by a main that converts time, a string into hours to the corresponding number of hours in a float. For instance, given a time like 3, that is 7 hours 30 minutes, converts should return 7.5. Ugh, to start changing so let me see if I can get the formula for changing 7 hour 30 minutes to hours. So 7 hours 30 minutes is 7 plus 30 divided by 60. Okay, so that's our formula. So inside convert is going to take, okay, so it's going to take is receiving a string from the user. Have they told us how we are going to receive the string? Okay, the convert takes a time automatically that is a string and converts that string into a 24-hour format. So it's going to be so h is going to be equals to time. Let's say h b is going to be equals to time dot split. Oh no, let's just do h. H is going to be equals to time dot split. We want to split it at this colon. Okay, then you can say for I in h. Let's call something here. J is equals to 0. So for I in h, um, j plus equals to int I think this should do. So this is going to add it. Then what else is that formula? Um, 7 plus 30 divided by 60. And j is equals to divided by equals to 60. Okay. And it should return it into a float. So let's just make this float instead of int. Okay. So gives an hour as a float. For instance, given this, it should return. Okay. So let's return. All right. So we're done with our convert function. You need to also in the main function. In mail.py, okay. So assuming that is user formatted. Okay, see it here. So suppose you're in a country where it's customary to eat breakfast between 7 and 8. So if it's 7 and 8, so we're going to call convert. Let's receive an input from the user. Because my brain is just so heavy right now, honestly. Okay, so convert D. Can I assign it? O is equals to convert B. Then one check 7, 8. Because I'm so confused right now. I don't think I need to call the convert function because this convert function is not going to affect my final program. Because once I check for B, once I check for B here, it's just saying it's telling me I'm working with this time. So if oh yeah, because I need to turn it into numbers. Okay. 7 less than equal to 7 but less than equal to 8. Then print breakfast time. And what else? If lunch is between 12 and 13. Alright, and finally, okay, not finally, shall still going to run on that condition for dinner time because we'll see it to accept if it doesn't fall into any single one of these time. If we just say and finally it's going to catch every other single thing that doesn't fall here. So dinner time is from 18 to 19. Who eats in only 1 hour? Like your whole country is 1 hour. 18 to 19. And now finally, else. What do you say we should do if none of them is favored? Okay, doesn't anything pass? Come stupid song is this? Let's just have a hope he runs. If not, this is a project for tomorrow. What time is it? He didn't print anything. Oh gosh. You know what? This will work for tomorrow. Just in case I forget to visit this particular project, just remind me. Anyways, yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and share this video. Yeah, whatever.